Welcome to the Real Estate Investing Podcast, where we help you unlock your potential freedom through land investing, real estate investing, and entrepreneurship.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Real Estate Investing Podcast. I'm your host, Ron Apke. Today, the topic of the show is the 3 most common questions we are currently getting in the land investing industry from our students, from our Discord community of over 2,500 people. The questions we are commonly getting from just the community in general. So I think this can be very valuable. Probably you've had some of these questions. If it's not currently, you've probably had them in the past. But before we get to the main topic of the show, let's go over a question from our Discord. This question is from Zach. Zach asked, when remailing counties you have had success in, are you mailing the same acreage range? Zach, this is a really good question. And so what Zach's saying is, let's say in June, you mailed a county 2 to 10 acres. You got 3 deals. You made $40,000, whatever the situation is. Zach's saying, okay, now I plan on remailing this county 6 months later in December or January. When I remail this county, do I send the same acreage range? If that is the situation, Zach, where you sent 2 to 10 acres, you got some deals, I would definitely spread out the acreage range and go 2 to 100. Don't exclude the acreage ranges that you just mailed, but also expand your acreage range. I think it's very important. You have knowledge when you're remailing a county. You have knowledge of that county that gives you a leg up on everyone else. You understand the market better, especially if you did deals and you understand the buyer's pool. You can be more aggressive with your pricing. Expand your acreage range for sure. Get more mailers out the door to that county that you made more money in or that you had a success in. That is a really good question, Zach. And it's very important, guys. I see it a lot, and this goes off topic a little bit of this question. Expand your acreage ranges. Stop going 2 to 10 acres. Go 2 to 20. Go 2 to 50. Go 2 to 100. Go 4 to 100. Whatever the situation is, don't keep it so close together, your acreage ranges. You'll get some of those big deals. Other than that, let's get to the show. And like I said, the topic of the show, not really topic, but what we're going over in this episode are the 3 most common questions I am currently getting in the land investing industry from our students, from our potential students, from our Discord community, from just people I network with. Question number 1, is the land market saturated? This is something that comes up. I mean, it's been coming up. I heard this question 5 years ago, guys. Like, that's the truth, is I hear this question every single year. Are there things that change? Yes, absolutely. Is this wholesaling houses or trying to flip houses competitive? Absolutely not. There are so many deals out there. What I do find, usually on a yearly basis, is markets that will get saturated because there's followers. Someone sees success in outside of Nashville, Tennessee. So everyone flows to Nashville, Tennessee, and these sellers are getting 5 letters every couple months, whatever the situation is. But if you're going against the grain, which is what we tell everyone to do, go into markets that you're not as familiar. Go into markets that people aren't going to be in. If you're doing that, the saturation level is minimal to none. And I truly mean that. We are getting so many deals right now, bigger acreages. There can be saturation. Like, there is saturation in Florida with info lots. That's a very common thing. There are going to be areas and acreage ranges that are currently saturated because everyone is following everyone else. You think you can make a couple $100 on an info lot. I'm trying to make a couple $100,000 on 50-acre deals, 50-acre project deals, that kind of stuff. And there's no competition up there, guys. There just isn't. Like, when you're trying to buy a piece of land for $250,000, you have a deal funding partner, you have the cash ready to go fast, $250,000. You're going to get those deals that are worth $500,000 and flip them really fast and make a couple $100,000. That's what we're looking for. That's where there is no saturation right now, because very few people in the land industry know how to attack those deals. And so many people are pushing infill lots, wholesaling infill lots, making $1,500 on an infill lot. So to wrap up this question, guys, the market is far from being saturated. There are so many land parcels out there that people are looking to sell. Strategies are going to change. Strategies will change in terms of how we contact them. And that's why we are so heavily involved in our land investing business in terms of us buying and selling, is because strategies are going to change. And we are testing out, we spend tens of thousands of dollars every single month testing different strategies so we can bring it to the community if something works. Most of the stuff doesn't work. What we have found and what we've told you guys works over and over. One is direct mail blind offers, and two is texting. Combining those two is amazing. If we're testing cold calling right now, we're testing emailing right now, we're testing different strategies with mail, whether it's neutral letters, whether it's ranged letters. But right now, guys, the most effective way to do this at scale, and there's just so little competition with it, is sending blind offers via direct mail. So I hope that answered question number one, is the land market saturated? Going on to question number two, how fast can you sell land? What is your average days on market is essentially what we get a ton of. How long are you holding inventory? And this is something that, again, it is going to matter market to market, but most markets, if you price correctly, you can sell within 14 to 17 days. And when I say sell, I mean get under contract. That is what we are seeing. We are getting things under contract in 14 to 17 days very, very consistently if we're aggressive on our pricing, if we're pricing correctly out of the gate, marketing correctly out of the gate. That is what we're seeing. We prefer cash offers or easy loan offers, people that really qualify well for a loan. So we have another 4 weeks of closing after that. So our average hold time is anywhere around 6 to 7 weeks is a very average hold time through the whole process. But yeah, to sell your land fast, to keep your days on market fast, and that's the name of the game in this business, is turning inventory. You do not want to keep inventory too long. It is going to kill your cash flow. It's going to really hurt your business. It is a very important thing to be able to turn inventory fast. Part of that is speed, getting things marketed fast and correctly, getting things priced correctly out of the gate, like I said, and then just being responsive with buyers. If you're not responding, if you're not answering the phone and you have something posted up, it's going to take you a heck of a lot longer to sell a property than me if I'm answering every single phone call. I'm talking about it. I'm trying to sell them the property. I'm getting them good directions. I'm getting them out there. I'm checking up after they go out to the property. Like, that is what you need to do to keep your days on market low. There's a skill in it, but a lot of it's not even the skill. It's just the effort along with it. So yeah, 14 to 17 days is very normal. If you don't do things right, it's just going to sit on the market forever. If you don't price it right, if you don't market it correctly, if you don't respond to them, your days on market could be 50 days. But there is a way to get it down to 2 to 3 weeks very, very easily with a few adjustments. Number 3, what is my prediction? What is our prediction for the 2024 land market? I'm typically optimistic. Like, over 10, 15, 20 year period, land as a whole is going up 11% annually. Like, it is going up constantly because the limited supply, because the remoteness, I don't know if that's a word, but because the remoteness of our society, what direction that is going in. So I'm constantly very optimistic. If we talk about the land flipping market in 2024, like, same thing, cash is going to be king. So if you're taking care of your investors, if you have good people on your side, good deal funders on your side, I really think that is going to carry you well into the land flipping market in 2024. People around the country are going to need money. Like, money is very, very powerful right now because how high rates are. So if you give people $200,000-$300,000 offers, like I said in the first question about the saturation, if you give people $200,000-$300,000 offers, It's very realistic that you can buy something for 200,000. That's market value 400,000. Like I said, having investors on your side, I think big deals are the future, to be honest with you. I think project-based deals are the future. I don't think it has to be building a house on a property, but being able to give more value to the seller when needed, whether it's cutting the seller's house out of the property so they can keep 5 acres with their house and you take the other 55, or if it's buying the land and subdividing it out, or if it's buying the land and clearing a little bit out and putting a driveway in there. I think those are going to be, learning how to do that in 2023 is going to just move you forward. Like, it's going to give you a skill set that puts you above any competition. So keep on looking for those opportunities. And what I always say, guys, it's like, and we're talking about 2024, but like what I tell our members, what I tell our students is do not force those project-based things. Mike, one of our very successful students right now, has a deal that he was talking about putting a driveway and clearing a spot to build. And I just told him, like, I don't know if you're going to see any return on investment. Maybe you'll make a little more money on the property, but like, you're buying this deal. I forget the numbers. I want to say it's buying for $109,000 and market value is like 250. Like, you might put $10,000 into it and get 265, 270 out of it. So that would yield you an extra $5,000 or $10,000. But you also have to keep in mind the work of managing the land clears, managing all of those, make sure they get out there. And then you might lose some time as well. But learning how to do it when the deals come up that make a ton of sense, for clearing something out, for subdividing, for helping the seller out with a survey and surveying off part of their land and you keep the rest, that is the value points that are going to be very, very valuable going forward, 2024, 2025. And people are going to make millions of dollars in land every single year with these simple project-based things. But keep that in mind. But overall, guys, the land market is going to keep going up. It is a limited resource. People are looking for land right now more than I've ever seen since I've been in this business. Like, there are tons of buyers out there, just people who want to own land is what I'm saying. I'm seeing so much of. And we just sold a property for $250,000. And they literally told us, like, I have no use for this. I just like this area. And I'm holding it as a long-term investment. This is a $250,000 investment for them. But that being said, guys, I know this is a shorter episode. Hopefully that brought you some value. Like I said, these questions I am hearing every single day in the industry. If you have any additional questions you want me answered in these podcasts, please reach out in Discord and I'll do my best to answer them. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for listening, watching. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. It really helps us grow the community, grow everything. If you guys need anything from us, please reach out in Discord. Other than that, have a great day and we'll see you next time.
As always, thank you for joining. Please do us a huge favor and like and subscribe our YouTube channel and share this with a friend. It really means the world to Ron and I, but more importantly, it could help change the life of someone else. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next episode.